All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Today we're going to run through a weekly outlook for the week coming up of June 29th to July 3rd, 2026. I'm going to show you guys what I have marked out on my higher time frame, just some quick analysis and some scenarios I'm looking at. And then we're going to go through the news day by day. Before you know, guys, Alpha Futures is still 40% off. So if you guys want any accounts, code LucaX, you can go check that out. I don't know exactly how long it's on for, but yeah. Okay, let's start on the higher time frame. Let's start on the monthly first. As we can see on the monthly, we have 3 days left. This candle is going to close. We're probably, or we'll see, but we might be opening another monthly gap. But we do have this monthly gap right here, which I would ideally like to see price rebalance this monthly gap down here. But I'll get more into that in a second. Going on to the weekly, what did we have this week? We had a strong bearish close on the weekly after failing to put in a new all-time high. If we look over at ES at the same time, same thing, strong weekly bearish close. And now we look on the daily. We'll look through everything day by day here. As you can see at the start of the week, where were we? We've just been pretty much trending down. We had a bearish close start of the week. We tapped into this daily for value gap, this daily bearish gap, and we've been continuing down since. We did get a little sweep right here, and a little slight move, but as you can see, our 4 hours still bearish. We are delivering out of this 4 hour bearish gap right now. So basically, in terms of higher time frame, what do I have marked out right now? Right now, my main concern or main things I have marked out right now is previous week's high and then previous week's low, and then obviously above previous week's high we have all-time high. Then going down over here, we have this weekly low at 28,520, and I also marked out that monthly gap at 27,829. Going down to the daily, I also have this daily high, this daily intermediate term high. Now looking over at ES, we see this, it's pretty much the exact same scenario. We can see I have marked out obviously previous week's high, previous week's low. I have that weekly low at 7,294, and then the monthly gap at 7,262. And then we have that daily intermediate term high right there. Again, you can see we tapped into that daily gap, got a nice reaction to the downside. And even on ES, we can see that the 4 hour is bearish. So what am I looking at this week? Well, as you can see on the daily, we have broken structure to the downside. The daily is completely bearish. You can see we failed to push higher. We had a break of structure. We tapped into a daily gap. So this is looking like continued bearish structure on the daily. Now, what would I be looking for in terms of sell side? Well, obviously our main target is going to be previous week's low because it's the closest one. But after that, what do we have? We have this weekly low. And then again, we're going to have potentially another monthly gap opening up right here. And if that's already taken out by that time, we have this massive monthly gap right here. So those are basically my higher time frame draws and liquidity. I would ideally like to see price flush down to that in line with the bearish bias, but we could see a quick sweep and a reaction higher. So what I'm looking at and basically paying most attention to here is going to be previous week's low. Why? Because this is the most important and the closest draw on liquidity we have right here. If you look here, we technically are kind of generating buy side here. So technically, I would not be surprised if we did get a sweep of previous week's low and a distribution back to the upside, coming back up, and we just end up trading higher. Like if we pull the fib, you know what I mean? You can see we are kind of in that discounted range. So it's really going to depend. In my personal opinion, what I want to do is wait for previous week's low and see how price reacts off of previous week's low. For example, if price opens up, we get a nice sweep of previous week's low and we immediately start distributing lower, I would ideally like continuations towards that daily high. And then if we displace past that daily high, then I'd be potentially seeing continuations up towards previous week's high and back up towards all-time high. But what's the condition for this? I want to see price manipulate below previous week's low, give us a clear distribution or a clear shift from bearish to bullish. I want to see us get below these lows, sweep out some sell side. I want to see like a structure break, a continuation, and then get to that daily high. And then from there, if we continue to displace past this daily high, what would we be doing? We'd be looking for continuations towards previous week's high and back towards all-time high. But again, we need to grab liquidity before making that move. And the 4 hours clearly bearish at this point. So ideally, we do get that move lower. And then obviously we would trade higher from there. Now, my scenario, what I'm basically looking at, what not predicting, but what I would ideally like to happen is we see if we displace past previous week's low. And if we continue to displace past previous week's low, we'd be seeking continuations towards that weekly low. And then same idea at that weekly low. If we displace past that weekly low, we seek continuations into that monthly gap. And then from that monthly gap, we kind of just reassess and see if that wants to send price back higher or if we want to just trade through it. But main draws and liquidity right now that I'm most concerned and paying attention with is going to be previous week's low and this daily intermediate term high basically right here. So scenario number one, again, if we get a manipulation lower and we start shifting from bearish to bullish, we start getting a clear shift in order flow, then I'd be seeking continuation to this daily high. If we displace past that daily high, I'd be anticipating for a price to, run back towards previous week's high and all-time high. But if market opens up and we start displacing lower right off the bat, if we start displacing past previous week's low, I'd be seeing if we can get continuations towards this weekly low. And if we displace past that weekly low, I want price to hit that monthly gap and then kind of reassess from there. So this is the scenario I would ideally like and what I would ideally favor. Again, we broke structure on the daily. We're clearly respecting bearish order flow on NQ and on ES. So ideally, based on that, I would like to see continuations lower. I would like to see price rebalance this monthly gap. But again, if we do get that reaction lower, we could easily see a move back higher. It's just going to depend on, what market open wants to do. But this is my condition. Basically, look at how price reacts off previous week's low and then go from there. But this is all I have marked down on my chart, guys. Really simple. There's really nothing crazy. Again, we can look at ES. I'll show you guys again. It's basically the same exact scenario. We can see ES did get a nice reaction here off these lows. But we'll see how market opens up. That's what I'm looking at. And then we'll look at the news really quick day by day. I'll tell you guys how I'm approaching everything really quick. So starting off on Monday, we have no news. This is a shortened week because Friday is a bank holiday. So I will be trading normally on Monday. Normally, I do like to de-risk on Mondays, but I'll be trading normally because I want to take advantage since it is a four-day trading week. Going over to Tuesday, we have JOLTS and CB Consumer Confidence at 10 a.m. Make sure if you're prop, I don't think this will be restricted since it is orange folder, but I'm not 100% sure because JOLTS, when it sometimes you got to double check that. But this will be a normal trading day for me. But the thing is, I'm always paying attention to the 10 a.m. open. And the reason why is because the 10 a.m. is the new 4-hour candle open. So there's going to usually be a manipulation. You're going to be able to catch a PO3 setup or something like that. So usually if I don't have a trade by 9:50, 9:55 anyway, I usually just wait for 10 a.m. to do its thing. Is it because of the news strictly? No, just because of that new candle. So I will be cautious of this, but it's just orange folder. That's not really the main thing here. It's just the main thing is that the 10 a.m. candle is opening that time. So it'll be a normal trading day nonetheless. Go over to Wednesday now. We have a bit of a weird one. We have some orange folder, first of all, 8:15. Then we have the Fed chair speaking at 9, which is a little bit different. You don't really see it that much. And then at 10 a.m., we have ISM manufacturing PMI. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to play this yet. It's going to be one of those days where you kind of play it by ear and kind of just go with the flow. I want to see what happens at 9. I want to see, what volatility is looking like when we get to market open. And then we'll see. If we obviously get a clean setup, we'll take it. If it gets to 10 a.m. or a little bit before 10 a.m., we don't have a setup, we'll wait for that 10 a.m. candle to open up and then we'll trade after that. But I think this will be a good day with good volatility. But again, we're just going to be, if we see a good setup, we take it. If market's just being weird based on the news, we'll just wait it out. But it's going to be one of those days you really want to be patient. But if you see a clean setup, just execute on it. If you don't, if you're somebody who does get scared trading in between news like this, I would size down. But I'll be trading this normally personally. Going over to Thursday, we have NFP unemployment rate at 8:30. Again, this is because Friday is a bank holiday, so this is a normal trading day for me personally. Hopefully, we get a good candle to trade towards at this, and then we'll see. But I think this would be a fine day. This would be a normal trading day for me. And then obviously Friday bank holiday, so this will be no trading. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know how you guys are trading this week. What's your bias this week? And that's it for me. We'll back it up with another video tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.